Now you're watching people lose money through you. That's how you make money.
Right.
Why would you still go out and gamble yourself?
Because I love it. And it's an addiction. And the dopamine rush is unlike anything you've ever witnessed. I've never done heroin, right? But when you talk to a person who's done heroin, they describe the high as being the highest high, and they always chase that first high, right? I imagine the dopamine rush of betting 4.6 million dollars on a football game, which is what I did in 2023. So when you have a $9 million bet on a game in 3 hours, I can't tell you the amount of dopamine rushes going through your body. And that's a feeling that you always chase as a gambler. Some people are smart about their gambling. They don't gamble for dopamine rush. They gamble for, it's very very small, minute, less than 1% to make money. Most people gamble for the entertainment and the rush of the gambling. I took it to a different level. That's me. That's why I've never done cocaine. I would do a line of cocaine and I would do a pound of it because that's my personality. There's no, governor in me. It's go, 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 and it's a good thing if you harness it correctly. But I didn't harness it correctly when it came to A, picking an illegal business, or B, my personal gambling. And I knew I would lose because it's a track record of losses over years. I mean, tons of millions of dollars. But I still wanted to beat something that was unbeatable. And people who gamble, especially through bookmakers or on sports, will understand what I'm saying. But people who don't will be like, you're an idiot. And I get that because I look at a person who has a drug addiction, and to me, I'm like, well, you're an idiot. Why don't you just quit? Well, it's easier said than done because I'm not the one who's had that high. So I don't, I've learned a lot about judging people over the last 2 years, especially because I think we're all guilty of that. And especially if you've never walked in their shoes. But now that I've walked in some different shoes that I'm used to walking in, I really don't, I shouldn't say I don't. I try not to judge people at all, whatever their vices or problem, because now that I've felt that heat, which you have as well, and now that I'm walking into prison, who am I to judge somebody and say that I'm better than them, or I couldn't do that, or I should never have done that when I've done some things I shouldn't have.